Hi, this is Maths with Vrashmay Kont. In this video, we'll be learning about even and odd numbers. So what is an even number? An even number is a number which gives 0 as remainder when divided by 2. As an example, 18 is an even number because 18 when divided by 2 gives us 0 remainder. All the even numbers end with a units digit of 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Right? So any number ending with these digits will be an even number. Let's say we have an even number n. Now the even number n can be represented as n is equal to 2k, where k is an integer. Now this is very useful in solving problems. So let's say we have a problem which is asking us to solve for consecutive even numbers. Now consecutive even numbers can be taken as 2k minus 4, 2k minus 2, 2k, 2k plus 2, and so on. Let's try and solve this problem. So sum of three consecutive even numbers is 60, and we need to find the numbers. So three consecutive even numbers are given to us and their sum is 60. So let's say the even numbers are 2k minus 2, 2k and 2k plus 2, and their sum is given to us as 60. This minus 2 and plus 2 will cancel out. This will become 6k is equal to 60, or k is equal to 10. That means 2k becomes 20. 20 minus 2 is 18. So the numbers are 18, 20 and 22. So as you would have noticed, since we have taken the numbers like this, so it became so easy to solve this problem. Now, what are odd numbers? So odd numbers are the numbers which give 1 as remainder when divided by 2. As an example, 19 is an odd number because when we divide 19 by 2, we get 1 as the remainder. Odd numbers end with units digit of 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So any number ending with this units digit of 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 will be an odd number. Let's say we have an odd number n, so we can represent the odd number as 2k plus 1 or 2k minus 1, where k is an integer. Because 2k was an even number, so one number before that, which is 2k minus 1, and one number after that, which is 2k plus 1, will be an odd number. Let's say we have consecutive odd numbers, so we can take the consecutive odd numbers as 2k minus 5, 2k minus 3, 2k minus 1, and so on. Sum of four consecutive odd numbers is 80. Find the numbers. So four consecutive odd numbers are given to us and their sum is 80. So let's take the odd numbers as 2k minus 3, 2k minus 1, 2k plus 1, and 2k plus 3. Their sum is equal to 80. This minus 3 plus 3 will cancel out. Minus 1, 1 will cancel out. We'll have 8k is equal to 80, or k is equal to 10. That means 2k is 20. 20 minus 3 is 17. So 17, 19, 21, 23 are the four odd numbers whose sum is equal to 80. Let's understand some properties of even and odd numbers. Addition. Even plus even will give us an even number, right? So let's say we are adding 2 plus 4, we'll get an even number, which is 6. Even plus odd will be an odd number. So let's say 2 plus 3 will give us an odd number, which is 5. Odd plus even will also give us an odd number. So let's say 3 plus 2 again will be equal to odd number, which is 5. Odd plus odd will give us an even number, right? So let's say 1 plus 3 will give us 4, which is an even number. Adding odd number of odd numbers will give us an odd number. That means if you're adding, let's say, three odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5, we'll get an odd number, which is 9. Subtraction. Subtracting two even numbers will give us an even number, right? So 4 minus 2 will give us an even number. Even number minus odd number will give us an odd number. So let's say 4 minus 3 will give us an odd number, which is 1. Odd minus even will also give us an odd number. So let's say 5 minus 2 will give us an odd number. Odd minus odd will also give us an even number, right? So 5 minus 3 will give us an even number, which is 2. Subtracting odd number of odd numbers will give us an odd number, right? So let's say we are doing 5 minus 3 minus 1. We will get the final value as 1, which is an odd number. Division. Even divided by even can give us an even number or a fraction or an odd number, right? So for the first one, 4 divided by 2 will give us an even number, which is 2. Fraction can be anything. 4 divided by 6 will give us a fraction. An odd number can be something like 6 divided by 2 will give us an odd number, which is 3. Even divided by odd will give us an even number or a fraction. So in the first case, it can be 6 divided by 3 will give us an even number. In the second case, it can be anything, right? So 6 divided by 5 is a fraction. Odd divided by even is a fraction. So that is, let's say 3 by 6 is a fraction. Odd divided by odd can be odd or fraction. So in the first case, let's say 9 by 3, we get an odd number, which is 3. In the second case, let's say 9 by 5, which is a fraction. Multiplication. Even multiplied by even is an even number. So let's say 2 multiplied by 4 is an even number. Even raised to a positive integer is an even number, right? So let's say 2 cube is an even number, which will be 8. Even multiplied by odd is an even number. So 2 multiplied by 3 is an even number, which is 6. Odd multiplied by even number is an even number. So 3 multiplied by 2 will be an even number. And odd multiplied by odd will be an odd number, right? So let's say 3 multiplied by 1 will be an odd number. Odd number raised to any positive integer will always be an odd number. So let's say 3 square will always be an odd number, which is 9. Now, product of a set of numbers will be even when there is at least one even number in those numbers. Let's take an example. So if we do 3 into 3 into 2, the product will be an even number because we have one even number over here and the product will be 18. Similarly, if you would have done, let's say 2 into 2 into 3, the product will be an even number because we have at least one even number. Now, product of numbers will be odd only when all the numbers are odd. As an example, if we do 3 into 3 into 3, we'll get an odd number. We'll get an odd number only when all the numbers in the left side are actually odd numbers. Let's solve this problem. So if x, y, and z are integers and x plus yz is odd, then which of the following must be true? So it is given to us as x plus yz is odd, and we have to answer this 7 questions. So let's try and write the different cases in this, right? So x plus yz is given to us as odd. So x plus yz is actually equal to odd. Sum of two numbers is odd. That means we'll have two cases. Either the first number is odd and second number is even. So if yz is even, then either y is even, z is odd, or y is odd, z is even, or both y and z are even. And x is odd in all these cases. In the second case, let's say x is even and yz is odd. Now yz will be odd when both y and z are odd. So we'll end up with all these 4 cases. So any option choice which has to be true in all these 4 cases, then only it will satisfy. So let's take the first one. So x plus z is even. Now x plus z is even. That means either both x and z have to be odd or both have to be even, which is true in the first case, which is false in the second case, right? Because x is odd and z is even will make x plus z as odd. So this one is not correct. X plus y is odd. Now x plus y will be odd when we have one odd number and one even number. Let's check the first one. This is true. In the second one, it is not true, right? Because both of them are odd. That means it will become an x plus y will become an even number, right? So this is false. Y plus z is odd. Now y plus z will be odd only when one of them is odd and other one is even. So let's check the option choices. It's not true for this option choice because both are even. So y plus z will become even. Xy is even. Now xy will be even when at least one of x or y is even, which is true in the first case, not true in the second case, right? Because both are odd. So this is also not correct. Yz is even. Now yz will be even when at least one of them is even. So in the first case, it is true. Second case, it is true. Third case, it is true. But fourth case, it is not true, right? Because both y and z are odd. So yz will become odd in that case. Xz is odd. That means both x and z have to be odd. In the second case, it is not true because z is even. So this is also false. XYZ is even. That means at least one of them have to be even. True in this case, true in this case, true in this case, and true in this case also. So that means option number 7 is correct and answer will be option number 7 in this case. If x is even, y is odd and z is even, then whether the following are odd or even. So it is given to us that X is even, Y is odd, and Z is even. And we need to find if this option choices are odd or even. So let's start with the first one. X is even, Y, Z is odd multiplied by even. So we'll have even plus even and will be equal to even. Second one, even plus odd multiplied by even plus odd will become odd, plus even will become odd. Third one, xz, so even multiplied by odd plus even. This will become even, this is also even, so it will become even. Fourth one, x plus 1. Now x is even plus 1 is odd, will be an odd number. Multiplied by y plus 1, y is odd, 1 is odd plus odd is even. And z plus 1, z is even, 1 is odd, even plus odd will be odd, so this will become even. X into y into z plus 1. Now x is even, right? So we don't need to look at other values. We can directly say that this will entire product will be even. X plus 1 whole square. So even plus odd whole square multiplied by odd multiplied by even plus odd whole cube. So it will be odd because it is some power of an odd number. Product of 4 consecutive numbers will be divisible by all of the following except. So we have 4 consecutive numbers. So we can take examples and try it out. So let's take 4 consecutive numbers as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we can see that product of all these numbers. So this will become 24. So it is divisible by 6, it is divisible by 8, it is divisible by 12, 24, but it is not divisible by 48. In general, if you are looking at any 4 consecutive numbers, then you'll have a number which is a multiple of 1. All the numbers will be multiple of 1. A number which will be a multiple of 2, a number which will be a multiple of 3, and a number which will be a multiple of 4. So product of 4 consecutive numbers will always be divisible by 4 factorial, and in general, product of n consecutive numbers will always be divisible by n factorial. Remember this property, this will come very handy in solving problems involving consecutive numbers. Sum of 3 consecutive even numbers is divisible by all of the following except. So we have 3 consecutive even numbers and we have to add them. So let's say the numbers are 2k minus 2, 2k and 2k plus 2. The sum is equal to 6k. That means it is divisible by 6 and will always be divisible by the factors of 6. So it is divisible by 1, 2, 3 and 6 won't be divisible by 4. So answer will be option number D. Sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is divisible by which of the following? So we have 3 consecutive odd numbers. Let's take those numbers as 2k plus 1, 2k plus 3 and 2k plus 5. So we'll have the sum as 6k plus 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 5 is 9. So 3 times 2k plus 3. That means it's a multiple of 3. So will be divisible by 3. So option number B. Hope you found this video useful and do share your comments on the video. Thank you.